Hello everybody, Creeping Creeper 22 here, and welcome to a tier list of all of Springtraps add-ons. And honestly, we're gonna jump right in, let's not even waste any time. First up is Rotten Pizza. Increase the duration of Killer Instinct from Fire Axe by 100%. This one, it's okay. You still get information from it, but Killer Instinct isn't the best. I would say B tier. Reminder, so you get Killer Instinct, so that's like the ba-doom, ba-doom, where you like see like the little heartbeat thing over where the survivor is. This is good because it is, of course, it's information, so that's always going to be good. But you have oral reading, and oral reading will always be better than it, so it can't be, to me, any higher than C tier, if I'm being honest. Oral reading can be BAS, but it's just not enough information, in my honest opinion. All right, next up, we have Restaurant Menu. When retrieving the axe, while retrieving the fire axe, whenever it is embedded in the environment, you benefit from the following. Reduce the minimum retrieval time. So what that means is if you miss your axe, you get to retrieve it faster. This one instantly is this. If you are new to playing Springtrap, or even a veteran playing him, this is really, really good because it is very, very easy to miss with him. I'm not gonna lie. And this just gives you a thing where now you get to retrieve it even faster. It's not gonna be too much because it's 7 seconds. I don't know what 20% of 7 seconds is exactly, but it's not gonna be like humongous, but it definitely will help you because it just allows you to use your M2 way more often. So I would definitely say A. I might switch it to B, but for right now I'm putting it on A. All right, next up, Help Wanted ad. While winding up your axe, you benefit from the following. Show the starting trajectory from the fire axe. D tier. If there was an F tier, I'd make an F tier. Don't use this. Even if you're new to Springtrap, do not use this. It doesn't even line up where the axe actually goes. It literally makes no sense, I promise you. So with this, just don't use it. Genuinely do not use it. Next up, Greasy Paper Plate. While retrieving your fire axe while removing a fire axe embedded in them, the survivor suffers from the following status effect. Increase removal time 15%. Honestly, D tier. The reason why is when you go up against good survivors, they learn you do not need to take out the axe. That's why I kind of wish maybe it gave hindered when you had the axe in your back, but it doesn't. There's no reason to retrieve the axe for a survivor because, reminder, when Springtrap recalls his axe, it takes a second. It's an animation, and that animation compared to if you retrieve the axe, he doesn't have an animation. He automatically gets it back. You will get way more value from him having to grab the axe himself because that wastes time for him to be able to throw it. All right, next up is Streamers. While traveling through security doors, you benefit from the following effect. Increase your movement speed by 15%. So basically, you move through doors faster. C tier. Now, oh wait, let me put it. It's above this. Wait, just to make sure. Let me see. Yes, it's above this. The issue with this is Springtrap is already so loud and like he's so obvious, whether that's from his own sounds or from his door opening up, that even though you're moving faster, you're still taking forever to actually come out of the door, like the animation of the door opening up and you stepping out. That still takes so long that you're just not going to get that much value from it. Maybe against new survivors, but if they know what to listen for, you're not really going to get value from this. To me, it'd be cooler if they added one that makes your door opening and closing quiet, or even took off the screen, like made sure the screen wouldn't do the little flicker. I wish that this maybe had one of those two included with it, but sadly it doesn't. All right, next up, Security Guard Badge. Upon exiting a security door after teleporting to it, the following effect happens. Extend the duration undetectable. So that means that instead of having undetectable for 20 seconds, you now have it for 25 seconds. B tier. As I said, Springtrap is really loud. So if people aren't listening, or honestly, if people aren't tryharding, you will be able to sneak up on them that 5 seconds is going to be real nice. I'm not going to lie. If they're not tryharding, you will be able to use this. And maybe if they are tryharding every once in a while, but you're just so loud that sneaking up is really hard. But also, I don't know. Well, because if the sound of his footsteps are the same range as his terror radius, which I highly doubt, you could actually get value from this, right? Because even though they might hear you coming, you probably end up being closer than you would be if you had your regular terror radius. So this, yeah, B tier. I would say use it if it works for you. Good if it doesn't. You know what I mean? Next up, Rip Curtains. Survivors hit with the fire axe suffer from the following effect: hemorrhage and mangled for 60 seconds. C tier. The reason why is because with him, you're throwing your axe at somebody when you're in chase. If you have a playstyle where you're just throwing your axe at someone then leaving them, then this could be useful. But 9 times out of 10, if you're throwing your axe at someone, you're chasing them until they're down. So you're not really gonna get much value out of this, unless, like I say, you have that playstyle of I'm going to chase you, throw the axe at you, then I'm gonna leave. So if you have a playstyle like that where you chase someone, throw your axe, and then leave, probably A. But normally you don't want to do that with him, so I'm gonna put it at C. Yeah, I'll put it at C. Yeah. Next up, Party Hat. Increase the maximum size of your area effect to effect by 250%. Increase the expansion time of your area effect by 2.5, but it reduces the duration of your area effect by 20%. I'm honest with you, I don't see any value in this. Yeah, I don't. If you're trying to use your axe for the Foxy's hook or the CPU thing, which you have to walk through the area of effect of it, in my opinion, it's way more value to learn how to throw your axe in a position where you can run through it than just having to use this. You can't really get value from this. As I said, to me, if it did something like maybe if they walk through it, it would put an effect on them, then okay, but it doesn't. It doesn't add anything except for it just grows faster and it's bigger. Really doesn't change much. Compared to, let me see. Compared to these, okay, this is bottom. This will always be on the bottom. Do not use this. Trust me, do not use it. The removal time, I would say this is above the removal time. Because once again, good survivors, they just will never remove this. Well, I mean, as I said, like if you want to, you could, like maybe you threw this and you want to have a big old, you can get value from this. Compared to this, you're not really gonna get value from it. All right, next is, let's see here, office phone. While within 24 meters of the survivor embedded with the axe, the following primary effects are applied to that survivor: the increased time required to remove the axe by 50%, but it reviews their aura. Inflicts the oblivious status effect. Additionally, if they are in the injured state, they suffer from the broken status effect. I don't even, this is so much. It doesn't even, but it reviews the aura. Okay. Reading it, I'd probably put it like right here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at everything else just to make sure I'm not. I would put it above the hemorrhaging one. Because this, you can actually get info all the time. Because I know your fire axe already has its aura revealed, but I'm guessing this is just permanently. While it's stuck in their back, you can just see the action no matter what. And that could be very, very useful. So I would put it, compared to streamers, I put on top of C. All right, now we're going to the blues. First, purple guy drawing. Whenever a survivor has the axe embedded in them, whenever they perform a rush action of any kind, purple guy drawing triggers his primary effect, which you have the aura revealed to you for 3 seconds. After removing the axe, they get their aura revealed for 6 seconds. This feature, solid. In my honest opinion, solid. I think this can even go above this. Because if you have, or reading on Springtraps is always going to be good, because then you can launch your axe without actually having to see them, because you can see them through walls, if you know what I mean. Honestly, I might even put this in A. No, I'll keep it at B for now. But this is really good, especially if you have like chasing in Shack, This right here will be very, very good. And if they remove the axe, you get 6 seconds. That's good. That's good. Freddy's axe. Honestly, I'm putting it like right here. Top of C, in my opinion. You can do a lot with it, but it just changes so much about Springtrap that like, it's like, okay, if you use this, you might have to always use it to really learn it. But then when you switch back to regular Springtrap, like all of your instincts are going to change because of this. So it almost feels like if you use this, you kind of have to always use it. If you don't use it, you just don't ever use it. Next up, hold on one second. Next up is Foxy's Hook, instant A tier. Honestly, above this. I know some people do not like it, but to me, this is what I've been using. My build has been an any game build where I put fire up, batteries included, and this, plus the one that blocks the exit gates and NOED. And this, oh my god, it's so good. When you combine it with other things, it's so good. Because one of his biggest problems is his speed. He's so slow to me. And this right here, oh, I love it. Matter of fact, S tier. Right now, it's gonna be an S tier, might be lower, but to me, Foxy's Hook is S tier. Like I said, you do miss a decent amount, but you can learn how to throw your axe in places where either it's going to hit them or you're going to get value from it anyway by walking through it and being able to use a perk like this. So Foxy's Hook S tier, the first S tier, I think it is much deserved. Next, Chica's Bib. While it's not the area effect of the fire axe, survivors suffer from the following effect: exhausted, C tier. It's not that good. I'll put it above the movements coming out of the. I'll put it right here. So the reason why this is not good is, one, if they have sprint burst, that's not going to help. If they have life, you would have to miss and then hope that they didn't life before you missed. So it's just way too situational, in my opinion. Way too situational. Bonnie's guitar strings, S tier instantly also. Would I put it above? I put it above this. I think Bonnie's guitar string might be the best in the game. Basically, you see the aura of all gens and their progress based on how red they are. So the more red they are, the more progress they have on them. But you lose your undetectable, which once again, against good people, it's not going to be that useful anyways. So S tier. Very, very simple. Loot bag. Instant A. I'll keep it right here. Loot bag, whenever a survivor has the axe in their back, they cannot exit through the exit gates. Really good for, of course, my type of build, which is an end game build. And also, just a good way to get a kill. You know, sometimes they don't expect it. If you hit someone and they're just keeping the axe in their back, guess what? That's a free grab and a free hook and a free potential kill. A tier for sure. And no CPU. Honestly, I'm gonna put it above this. Whenever you walk through your axis area effect, you break pallets 40% faster. One of his biggest problems are the very, very small pallets where the walls are too high. So you can't even shoot above it, so you have to break the pallet. Okay, so instead of trying to throw your axe above it, you throw your axe on the ground, chase them until they're on the side that's the least valuable, then you break it 40% faster. Real simple, but really useful in my honest opinion. Celebration poster. After embedding the axe in a survivor, all players benefit from the following status effect within 32 meters of that survivor. 12% haste and 20% vaulting. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like this. I'd put it at most on top of C. Like, to me, you don't get any buff with this. That's the problem. You don't get a buff, because for it to be a buff, you'd have to get something that the survivors aren't getting. But with this, everybody gets it. It literally adds nothing to you. Everybody gets this buff. If it was at least maybe like you get a 15% haste and they get a 10% haste, okay. And even with vaulting, they get a 10% boost in vault, you get a 20. Okay, but you don't get any buffs compared to them. So it's just, I personally don't see the point in it. Next up is access panels. I'll put in A. I'll put it above loot bag even. Access panels, whenever you're holding your axe, if anybody is within 4 meters of a security door, it gets like the little killer instinct, the heartbeat thing. So you know when they're near it. So this is good just because it's information. The biggest issue, I might even put it down here. I'm actually in my mind. The issue is it's so reliant on doors. Yeah, I'll put it down here. It's so reliant on door that you just gotta hope and pray that your doors are in positions to where you can actually use this. And that's kind of all there is to it, honestly. If it was bigger, then it would be easily up here. But because of the fact that it, why can't I put it? Because of the fact that it's only 4 meters, and the doors spawn are so bad that sometimes you just will not get value from this. It just doesn't work for me. Next up is Iridescent Remnant. Blocks all pallets within 32 meters of the door that you just came out of for 12 seconds. Down here. And be honest with you, not that useful. Once again, I'll put it up here because it can work against like medium to low survivors, like skill level. The issue with this is, once again, because it's so obvious when you're coming out of your doors, they're going to hear you and they're just going to run. They're not going to stay in that area. They're just going to run. So this isn't going to get any value because they're going to be more than 32 meters before you even have a chance to do anything to them. So right here, but once again, if they don't hear you and they don't see you coming or somehow, and you walk out that door, then I mean, I guess, you know, you get value from it. So I'm putting it in B because there is potential for it. But once you get into those higher tiers, that potential freaking drops so bad. Fast coin. Whenever you throw your axe into the environment, it causes your tear radius to be on the axe, and you get undetectable for 10 seconds. To me, this is actually really solid. Think about it like this: if you're in a chase or anything like that, or let's say you're trying to walk towards a generator, you throw your axe behind you, or you throw your axe anywhere you want to make it seem like you're coming from over there, but then you're coming from the other side. Now you can't throw your axe too far, so you can't do too much crazy stuff with it, but you get 100% get good value out of this, in my honest opinion. And yeah, that is honestly it. So S tier is Bonnie, Guitar Street, and Foxy's Hook. Or yeah, S tier. A tier is though, okay, this one that lets you retrieve your axe faster. Ooh, like I wonder though, would I might put NOCPU above this. No. Because with this, you get that, like all of these that you use, like when you just throw it on the ground to get a buff. This is nice because you can get your axe faster after receiving your buff. So I'm still gonna put it up here. I might even honestly, I wouldn't even mind putting it in S tier, which sounds crazy, I know. But once again, it is simply, you are now able to use your ability more, which no matter what, that's gonna be good. But it is only 20%. Now if it's like 30, 40, then I probably put it in S, so I'll keep right there. Yeah, honestly, this is the tier list I came up with. Let me know what y'all think about this. If y'all disagree in any way, let me know. I'd love to hear in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. Wait, if you like, leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. If any way I can improve my content, let me know down there in the comment section down below. And I'll see all you lovely people on the flip side. Peace out.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by.